Hello everyone, this is CZEES and welcome back into my channel. In this channel we discuss luxury fashion, men's styles, and luxury goods. Now before we proceed with the entire video, I just wanted to apologize for not posting in the last month. I have literally transitioned to a different role in my company, and I needed to focus and prioritize that in order to get up to par where I needed to be. So I decided to take a little break, but my body was itching to come back to YouTube, and I am so happy that I'm able to put out this video today. Now in today's video, we're going to do a tag called "To All the Bags We Loved Before." Now I saw this tag from another YouTuber called Alyssa Lenore, and I was just in love, and I was like, I have to do this tag. I was not tagged by anyone because, you know, I am such a small channel. However, there have been many bags that I either, one, deeply regret selling, either to trade it off for something else, or two, I'm actually kind of pleased because it just didn't work with my lifestyle. So without further ado, let's get to those bags which I've loved before but are unfortunately no longer with me. RIP. Now at number 1 in my collection, we have the infamous City backpack in the glitter textile. Now this bag, I have so much love and hate with it. I've gotten it 3 times, and let me tell you, my sales associate is over me because every time I see it, I fall in love and I keep buying it, and every single time I just sell it for something either better, or I was just not happy with the condition of how I was wearing with my everyday life. So unfortunately that bag did have to go, and I have kind of come to terms with the fact that even though it is a gorgeous backpack, it just is not functional for my lifestyle. So unfortunately, she has gone. Now at number 2, we have the Hermes Evelyn bag. Now this bag was stunning and I loved it so much in my collection. I think I did do a video in my channel about it. However, it just did not work for me. I don't know. I love the texture and the textile. Not the textile. The leather that was utilized in that bag. However, I just was not attracted to it. It did work for me in that specific style. However, it just didn't fit with my entire wardrobe, and I always struggled to style that. I just didn't pull for it. Like, I love the bag conceptually, but in practicality, never have used it. I think I used it a maximum of maybe 4 to 5 times. So, she's gone. R.I.P. Now, at number 3, we have another infamous bag on my channel, which is the Chanel double flap. Now, this bag, as you guys can see, is in a stunning white color with gold hardware. Now, the bag looks perfect. I literally did not have anything that I hated about it except for the leather itself and the back portion, and I don't know if I have pictures anymore. I think I do have a video that you can refer back to. It has a little cut or indentation and some discoloration in the back that I was not comfortable like purchasing full on. Now I'm kind of cheating because I literally had this bag for like 4 or 5 days, and I was debating deeply, like, do I keep this bag with that defect or do I return it back to Fashion File? And unfortunately I did return it back. Now looking back at the pictures, I think I could have lived with the defectiveness of it. However, overall I feel like I input that money into another bag, which is going next, that I thought would fit my life better. However, it didn't. Now for anyone that wants to know, this was a small classic double flap Chanel bag, which are just ridiculously priced right now, and I really did want a classic Chanel bag in my collection, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. Now on number 4, with the money that I used from the e.l.f. bag that I just mentioned, I ended up putting it into a Chanel single flap in a maxi size. Now, in my head, because I am a bigger guy, I thought the maxi was going to be the most perfect size for me. Little did I know that I should have gone with the jumbo because the strap is a little bit bigger, which makes no sense to me. I was just perplexed. I literally never wore that bag at all. It's just sat in my closet, and at the end of the day I was like, she gotta go. So she went. I had it in my collection for about 6 to 8 months, and that's something that I noticed in my collection. If I don't use something for an extensive amount of time, I tend to just sell it, even though it might be, you know, an amazing, like, dream bag. If it's not being used, there's no point of it to have it. Now, at bag number 5, we have the Dior men's saddle bag. I love this bag, and I truly wish that it just fit me and my body type. But when I tell you, the bag was just so tight across my chest that I was just like, you know, like, I really wanted to keep that, but I just was not, you know, it didn't work. The outfit needed to be a little bit oversized in order for the bag to fit tight, because if the shirt was too tight, like, the buttons would literally start cutting my chest, and I was just like, I want to keep it, and I wanted to have it in my collection, but it just did not work. Sorry, my camera died. So, anyways, let's continue on with this video. At number 6, we have the Dior River Gouge tote, but this one specifically is in a wool material. So, unlike the canvas material that was utilizing the classic version of this bag is a little bit thicker, and it was a blessing in disguise. This bag I bought when Saint Laurent used to go on sale on Essence, and the bag came down from 1,200 to 600, and I was so happy for it. I loved using it. However, the wool just was too, how can I say it, too seasonally. Like, it was a winter bag essentially. I felt like I couldn't use it during the summer, and eventually I decided to sell that in order to fund my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. And yeah, that was the end of her story. I actually have a funny story about my Neverfull now that I'm talking about that, which I'll probably bring up in my next video, which I'm planning to do a collection. So keep you posted on that. So at number 7, we have the Louis Vuitton Keepall 45. Now, I love this bag, and I honestly regret selling it. My only intention to sell this bag was to fund a Keepall bandolier. However, I have yet to find one that was within the price range that I feel comfortable purchasing. I do not think that purchasing this bag brand new is worth it in terms of the vachetta and the thickness of the canvas. I feel like it's very much thin out over the years, and I just prefer the look of the more vintage used Keeballs. If it comes along, it might re-enter my collection, but at the time I decided to sell it because I just was not using it. The last time I used it, it was like in 2020, and at that point it just was sitting there collecting dust for a year and a half. Yeah, and at this point, like, I am running out of space. I am doing, like I said, an entire collection video. I have so many different bags that I really did feel that I needed to allocate that space for something else. So at number 8, we have the Bottega Veneta Hobo bag. Now, this bag was very much a surprise. I never gravitated to hobo bags at all. However, the intrecciato, like, leather of that bag was so good that I felt, you know, I got a lot of wear from it. I used to wear a lot to work. The only issue with that bag was that it had a weird marking, and I'm not sure if I'm able to pull up a picture of what I'm referring to, but it had this weird discoloration in the back side of it, which really turned me off. I felt like I had to be very conscious of how I was wearing the bag in order for that discoloration to not show. And eventually it just got to me. I just was not grabbing it because of that defect, and unfortunately I had to sell it back to Fashion File. And it's funny because I've gone back to the website and I've seen it, and then it goes, like, someone buys it and then it comes back, because I feel like a lot of people suffered through the same discoloration, like, discomfort that I had. So yeah, that was one of the bags I used to love, and I thought about re-entering it into my collection, but at this point I might as well buy the updated version. There's one that Karen Britt has, which I love. It's kind of more of a bigger hobo bag, but it's so far down my list of wish list that I have right now that I don't know if I will get it. Now, at number 9, we have the Gucci Dionysus medium with floral prints on it. Now, this bag was stunning, and I loved it so much. However, I just didn't gravitate towards it. I feel like the super mini that I have is a much better fit. The floral was just a little bit too much for me, and I just was not grabbing it at all. I deeply regret like selling it in terms of price, because it's gone up drastically in price. I bought that in the Gucci outlet for about $800. Right now, full leather Gucci Dionysus bags are retailing for about $3,300, which is way higher than I paid for it. That's about like a 300% increase, which is insane. I would not pay for that amount of price, and if I find it again in the pre-loved site or in the outlets, I'll definitely repurchase, but right now for the price point, it's just not worth it. And the last bag of this tag, it's of course the Gucci Marmont in the medium. I had the loved collection version, which was this stunning black bag in velvet. And I love this bag. Similar to the Dionysus bag, I had purchased it for around $800. And I was just so paranoid about the lint that the bag collected that I decided to let it go. Unfortunately, I have looked back at it and I just regret it because it was such a special bag. I did end up buying another Marmont recently, which I'm going to include in another one of my videos. Over the past month, I drastically changed my collection due to the change in lifestyle that I've had, which will come down later down the line. But I just deeply regret it. I thought about repurchasing it, however the price has drastically increased again for that specific model. I've seen it from time to time on Reebok and Fashion File for anywhere between $1,300 to $1,900. But like I said, it really needs to be a good price for me in order to purchase it. And if it does come along, it comes along. But yeah, that is the last bag to this tag, to all the bags I've loved before. Now to end the video, I could go on and on about bags that have worked and not worked, bags that I have sold because of XY reasons. However, these 10 were some that left a big impression in my life, and I feel like this tag was really meant to reflect on that. While I appreciate everything that those packs had provided me at that time, I feel like my collection right now is more reflective of who I am. I feel like I am utilizing most of my items more effectively, both in the workforce and in my personal life, and that's the balance that I desire currently. Of course, in about 5 to 6 months, things might change on how I progress. However, at this point in time, I am very comfortable with what I have, and I appreciate what I have let go. I just noticed that I've been talking with my hands this entire video. Again, I'm sorry. I need to get back used to the YouTube format that I used to have. However, you know, it is what it is. Well guys, I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any comments or any of the bags that I have discussed in this video, please make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. If you like this video and would like me to continue to do videos like this, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more of me, please subscribe. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Goodbye.
Kind of too strong on your feet.